What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Italian Native, aka Unifier, and what we're going to do this video, I just want to talk to you a little bit about 2K17, everything that I've heard so far from watching, looking on the internet, finding things on it, watching Chris Smooth. Check him out, he's got an awesome channel, always has good stuff, good gameplay, and seems to know what's going on all the time. But in one of his links, there's a link in the description of his video, and it takes you to this 5,000 word blog. It's on operationsports.com. It talks about 2K17 by director Mike Wang. And he just goes over some things about the game, some features that are coming through to the 2K17, some things have changed, fixed, all kinds of stuff. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. I'm going to read off a few of them if you want to stay tuned. So one of the most noticeable applications is in the area of shooting. And in 2K17, they're wanting to put, as you guys have probably already heard already, all shots are going to be timed, except for dunks. So jump shots, layups, buzzer beater pull-ups, hooks, all that's going to be timed if you use the shots, or if you use the right stick to shoot. It's going to be timed, and you have to aim your shots. So that's going to be kind of neat. It's going to be kind of different. You don't necessarily have to push square, or you don't necessarily have to use your right stick to shoot. I don't do it. I shoot with square. They say they're not going to penalize you for doing that. They just say they're going to give you just a slight boost if you use your stick. So I might try it a little bit, but I ain't too big on it. And I'll probably go back to using square again. Anyways, as I'm talking, guys, I'm going to play a little bit of my career with the Miami Heat. See if I can back this guy down. Oh. Box me out. I don't know why I jumped there. Anyways, some other things it's going to have. See if I can stick with the shooting. Yeah, more just the shot timing, skilled aiming, stuff like that. Let's go past that.
That's what they talked about before the game.
The shot meter's been redesigned, they said. It won't be halfway through the shot, it'll actually be at the very end of the shot meter when you'll have to release. It'll be like a horseshoe shaped meter. You can create contact with your layups. There'll be strong layups and evasive layups.
About 1 minute into the first quarter.
Let's see here. They changed the ball handling around, so unlike last year, let's see if I can pop that in his eye real fast. Unlike 2K16, you could kind of, your shots or your dribble moves were kind of, I don't know, they're already set. So you could pick what kind of dribble moves you want, and you can kind of do it. Well, this time you can string together like a bunch of different dribble moves. So I guess from like, you could use Stephen Curry's dribble move, mix it up with Kyrie Irving's dribble move, and then finish it with like Jamal Crawford's dribble move. And that was just one of the examples that he gave us in this, Mike Wang. So there's the dribble moves that are changing. They want more signature size ups, more one-on-one feel, chaining together your dribble moves, so that's kind of cool. That's really interesting. I guess it makes you feel more like you're in control. And I think that's what they're really going for this year. They want you to feel like, everything you do is because you intentionally did it. So the shot aiming and timing and dribble move control, that's all on you now. I guess, let's see, it says here you can steal the ball. It's I guess the right stick will help you poke the ball with your right hand. Left stick does it with the left hand. You push forward, it's more of a poke. You pull back, it's more of like a swing.
And Gooden kicks to Whiteside.
Let's see here. So I'm trying to do that and play this game as well. There we go, get a foul so we can read faster. All right. So, and then blocks have received a makeover. They say it feels more like when you send a block into the stands, or when you get a block on an attacking player, it feels more like you had a lot to do with that block.
To practice this season. I mean,
see, and it says weak blockers and great blockers
since a year ago
are more accurately differentiated in the game now too. So if you have a blocker or a player that isn't as good at blocking, chances are you're not going to have that many high-flying blocks. You're not going to be that good at block, which is understandable, and I like that. They said that they put as many things that they have changed in 2K17 with like the feel of the game and the movement and all that stuff. That's not going to affect the graphics of the game. The game's still going to be the best looking game that they've created yet. And not only is it going to look good and have a lot of realism to it, it's going to feel really good. And that's important for the integrity of the game. You don't want a game that looks amazing but plays like shit, and vice versa. You don't want a game that looks like shit but plays awesome. And I think I'd rather take a graphics hit just for the game to play better. But if I could have both, then I'd obviously want both. They mentioned a lot of stuff about picking defensive schemes on the fly and plays on the fly, which is all good and well, but I'm not as interested in all that.
That's foul number 2 for him.
They have a lot of off-ball animations. I guess 500 new off-ball animations. It always makes it feel like your team, the computer teammates are actually doing something and not just standing there with their thumb in their ass. Because we know how that feels in games. That's not fun at all. Your computer doesn't do anything but stand there.
Taking a look at his numbers.
So get off me, Wiggins. I don't know why they have me on Wiggins. I'm a point guard.
That one's good.
Anyways.
That's now 6 points for Andrew Wiggins.
They said there's a new off-ball collision. So, and this is, I think, by far the coolest feature that I've read in his blog. But the feature, pretty much what it says is, oh wow, that guy's terrible. I don't even know who you are, but I don't like you.
6 to shoot.
Get in there. Or I'm playing like shit. Still trying to read this and play at the same time. Why do they keep putting me on Wiggins? I'm like 6 foot, and this guy's 6'8" or some shit, ain't he?
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making
wow, like all these movements and stuff on here, I really don't like it, and I hope they changed all that. Like the suction defense, I haven't heard anything about it. But hopefully they fix that. But anyways, like I was saying, when you're off the ball and you're running around, kind of like we are right now, we're on defense. If I run into these guys, like I run into him, see how I just kept sprinting for a couple seconds? In 2K17, you're actually going to hit them. You're gonna see your body move, your arm move. You'll trip if you. I guess you're gonna trip if you run your leg into their leg instead of your leg kind of going through it. Stuff like that. That's what they're saying. And that rough and tough, jumping around, sprinting all over the place is actually going to have fatigue. It's going to put fatigue on your body. And potentially, the more you play, obviously, it's going to put wear and tear on your body, so you're more susceptible to injuries and stuff like that, which I think that's awesome. And I guess they have 23 different body parts with like 115 new types of injuries and stuff, which is pretty sweet. Let's see. Shoot that. Oh, I didn't get it off in time. He made it though. which I think is sweet. Yes, his off-ball post was overhauled with 500 new animations, so that's pretty sweet. The collision play, as it would be in real life. In fact, most of the time you see a ball handler reacting to a contact NBA 2K17. He's not in a two-player animation at all, which I think is pretty sweet.
The new process is making for quicker turnarounds.
Offense. Let's see. They provided a body-up sensitivity slider. I'm not very into that. Sliders and stuff like that.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter is
23 in total body parts.
Look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
And 115 injury types in all. And a new wear and tear system has also been added to accurately replicate a player's physical progression through a game or season. I think that's sweet. So body parts will accumulate wear based on actual events taking place on the court, hard fouls, contact layups, out of control landings, etc. And I'm reading that straight from the blog. It says it's a very deep injury model that definitely brings a new level of realism to the virtual hardwood. That to me is one of the coolest things in the game by far. I love the fact that you actually have to, you don't want to sprint around all the time because that will wear you out, make you more tired. And in the long run, it'll make you, I mean, it hurts you in the long run as well, not just, that game, but from game to game. Talk about play calling mechanics, defensive side of things. And then here's some miscellaneous goodies. Let's see. You can do it says new fumbled catches that account for passing in traffic, receivers' hand rating, colliding with defenders in heavy traffic, and other factors. So there's fumbled catches, which we see some of that already. Now you can perform alley-oops to players who are much further away from the rim, and they'll catch it and put up a shot. And also it says you can alley-oop pass out of an alley-oop pass, which I think that's pretty sweet. So if someone passes me an alley-oop, I can pass an alley-oop again, and then that person can pass an alley-oop again if they wanted, I guess. So I guess it just makes it more like a street ball type feel.
So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Let's see if I can get past this guy. Back.
Now here's Gooden. He's covered closely.
Back him up in there. Oh, what? I tried. Should have had him, but I'm way over here. I'm looking at my computer monitor, trying to read this to you guys and get as much information out of it as I can.
He ended with 26 points and also had an incredible amount of assists. Really setting
I don't understand. Like, that stuff in this game right there, like, there's so many animations that you can't control. And I really hope and pray they take that out of this game. And that dumb shit. Called for the pass. I'm the point guard. He passed it. Somebody else is going to miss it. Alright, this game's acting funky. I really love this game. See how the ball just went through him? Like, that stuff right there I can't stand. I'm just throwing up threes and I'm trying to read this stuff to you guys.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing.
I'm not even paying attention really. Alright, let's push pause for a second. A new user-controlled emote system allows you to customize your on-court celebrations and trigger them after big plays. I think that's kind of cool. So say if you hit like a really big shot, you can celebrate how you want. So your own little emote after you score every time or whatever, that's pretty sweet. Or if you guys are on your team's on a hot streak, you can start freaking out even more. Then I guess there's 7 different types of players you can choose from. So like a scorer, a defensive player, stuff like that. So that it creates a lot more than that 2 to 3 type of player, like in 2K16.
Garnett's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Man, I don't know. I'm just focused on talking to you guys. I'm not even playing this damn game. So I think that's sweet. And I guess, your wingspan, your height, all that stuff can affect
Gooden the pass to Bosch to the left wing.
affect your in-game skills.
In the post, covered by Rubio.
That was a nice
And
move right
that
there,
is good by Gooden.
which I think is cool. You shouldn't be 7 foot tall and be able to sprint, you know, at 100 miles an hour like everybody else. I think they're really trying to change that to where if you're that tall, you're going to be a little bit slower. You know, maybe not as quick. You get it up and down the court. Maybe lose stamina a little faster. I like that a lot. And they're trying to create 2K17 to be more of a game of skill. Trying to make the gameplay experience compelling.
I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a lot to it. Like I said, it's a 5,000 word blog. But that was just a few of, like, in my opinion, the more important things. The whole shot timing was pretty big. Release timing, or having to aim your shots, is pretty big. The shot meters changed. I guess there's warm and cold spots on the floor. For, say, you're playing, you know, your team versus somebody else's team. Your players will actually, there are real life spots on the court that are, you know, where they're hot or cold at, or they're good at shooting and not good at shooting. So I think that's pretty neat and interesting. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff like that. You guys want to check it out, like I said. OperationSports.com, where you can go to Chris Smoot's latest video on his channel, and he'll have a link in the description of that video. That's how I found it. But it's very interesting, really neat. And I'm excited to play 2K17. Shouldn't be too much longer now. A couple weeks, and we'll be ready to play it.
Outside, Scott on the wing, Johnson.
But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment below, let me know what you want to see next. And I'll be sure if I have the game to get it to you. Otherwise, guys, God bless you. Thanks for coming to my channel, supporting it. If you subscribe, I love you forever. Appreciate it very much. But I'm out of here, guys. Peace out, y'all. Love you. Bye.